Hey world, hey, welcome back to my channel. If you are subscribed and if you are new, welcome to the world of Wiz. I am Wiz and I hope that you do stick around and subscribe to become a part of my world. Today is actually commuting day. As you can hear, I'm not in a rush. I have my bags packed. I'm waiting for my Uber to arrive. It is currently 6:30. Today's going to be one of those weird commuting days. So I think my best option is to get from Jacksonville to Newark and then take public transportation from Jersey to get to New York and then head to my Airbnb. So I will check in with you guys later. So we're at the airport. It's currently 7:10. The reason I'm here so early is because my boyfriend also had to catch a flight to Houston. His flight took off. He's on his way. I did attempt to get on a 7 o'clock Atlanta flight. That flight's gone. Didn't make it on. There's a few of us that didn't make it on either. Flights to Atlanta and New York today for some reason are oversold. So my next option is to get on a direct Jacksonville to Newark, New Jersey flight at 11:45. All right, you guys. So I just made it to Jersey. It's like 2:30. My hair looks different because I had my hair in a ponytail and the tension was so tight on my head. I'm currently about to make my way into New York. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I am familiar with the public transportation and the tri-state area because I lived in New York from 2016 until 2019. So yeah, I'm not too nervous taking the public transportation. It's just a lot lugging my bags. Officially day 1 of 4. It's 9:05. So I'm gonna head over and catch a bus to the other terminal and I will check in with you guys later. All right, you guys, just made it to Cincinnati. It was an hour and 40 minutes to get here. I'm out of breath because that jet bridge was steep. But I'm going to stop at our stopover store. It's like a cruise store. See if I can find anything that I may need. Back on a plane. Well, first of all, we are in Minneapolis and this is our 3rd plane for today. We had a plane swap. So I am going to, this is my least favorite aircraft, the 700 series. You guys saw me fight with it like 2 vlogs ago, but I didn't overpack this trip. So let's see if I can get my bag up. Also, I did want to show you guys this. My forward jump seat does not work. So for takeoff and landing, I will be occupying this seat. All right, you guys. So I don't know if I told you guys, but we are in Des Moines, Iowa. Air Force One literally just landed like an hour ago. I heard it. I wish I was able to see it, but the president is in town for whatever rally is going on in Des Moines. We had 3 flights today. Our first flight, New York to Cincinnati, was a smooth, quick hour 40 flight. Our second flight was an hour and 45-minute flight from Cincinnati to Minnie, and it was very turbulent. And then a quick 45-minute flight from Minnie to Des Moines. Like, it was very turbulent, very bad. Our service guides have been updated, so any flights below 250 miles, we don't have to hand out the care packages. First class gets them, but the rest of the cabin doesn't. So I'm glad that we didn't have to be up, because when I went up to get the care packages, it was smooth, But literally when I hand the last customer their care package, like I felt my feet lift up from the ground, like, and I don't like that feeling of not having security of both of my feet on the ground. So I did that, and I sat my happy butt in the passenger seat and one seat, because you guys saw that our flight attendant jump seat in the front was an op, and when that happens, we have to occupy pretty much seat one. It's going to be the aisle seat, just so we have a visual of the cabin. But I'm about to eat dinner. Tomorrow is day 2, and day 2 and 3 we work the same routes, so I'll fill you guys in on that tomorrow, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, it's day 2. I'm gonna pull my bags up, do my security checks, and check with you guys later. We should be boarding in about 10 minutes. Hey world, we are in Des Moines. It is 6:05. We are done for the day. We had a very eventful day. I won't get into it, but we had 4 flights today. You know, you guys know that we started in Des Moines this morning to Minneapolis. We did a Raleigh-Durham turn. The flight to Raleigh-Durham was 2 hours and 15 minutes, and then the flight from Raleigh-Durham to Minneapolis was 2 hours and 48 minutes. We had some strong headwinds pushing up against us. And then the flight here was a quick 42 minutes. So I took a shower, I retwisted my hair, I got my uniform ready for tomorrow, I did my room checks, I put everything away. I'm trying to get a good night's rest today to prepare me for the same routes that I did today, tomorrow, and I hope that they are 20 times better than the day that I had today. Currently got some, what do you guys call these? Egg rolls, I think. I don't even think I want a heavy dinner tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Yeah, we have a 5 a.m. van for a 5:15 show. I'm in the same hotel that I was in yesterday. The only difference is instead of 2 beds, there's 1. And I don't really have a preference. I don't really have a preference if I have 2 beds or 1, but this bed is huge, and I love a big bed. So I'm gonna finish eating dinner. I'm gonna catch up on my socials and call my boyfriend, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, world. Today is day 3 of 4, so that means tomorrow is go home day. We'll be right back here in Des Moines. This whole trip has been straight Des Moines overnight, so I'm not mad about that. I just needed time to sleep, so we're really close to the airport, so I don't have time to venture off during this trip, but it's just 12 hours working, 12 hours of rest. So let's get this day on a roll, and I'll see you guys later. Hey world, so we did not conquer this week's trip. This trip conquered us, but it did not defeat us. I had a really bad mask compliance or non-compliance issue. This was the worst that I've ever had it. I'm not one of those flight attendants who like to hover over customers and expect them to do as I say and do it now. I never hover over passengers. I say what I need to say and I walk away. Good afternoon. Just a friendly reminder that your face mask and face covering should be worn properly on today's flight. If you could just raise your mask over your face, covering both your nose and mouth, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you. And I walk away. That is my spiel, and it's muscle memory now, and that's what I say. I'm very kind, I'm very respectful, but I hit the points that need to be hit. I found myself on day 3 of my trip asking a passenger to comply, both myself and my flying partner, and they refused to comply, and I was called out of my name. Not just any word, but a word that has been used very loosely in these times, that should not be used at all. I treat my passengers with respect, because if it's not for my passengers, I would not have a job, and because they are flying, I still am able to be employed. But I had a mental breakdown. I think that was my breaking point. I had been flying since March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and in October, I found myself crying my eyes out in the bathroom stall to my manager, saying that I am not okay. And I'm so grateful for him. Thank you to my manager for having my back. He pulled me off of my trip. He told me, your mental comes first, you know. If you're not present and you're not okay, I'm here to support you, and I'm gonna pull you off your trip so you can get yourself together. This is not something that you take lightly. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna work through it. I'm gonna get through it. But in hindsight, looking back, I was not okay. I was trying to be strong, and that's one of my weaknesses. I try to be strong for everyone except for myself at times, and I find myself crumbling in my times of need. But I say this to say that a lot of people who are flying now, they have not flown since the mask compliance policy, and since social distancing, and since full beverage and snack and meal services had come to a complete halt. So these people are testing the waters, and I find that some people like to see how far they can push your buttons. I'll keep it professional 100% at all times while I'm wearing my wings and while my uniform is on, but I will address the situation, and I will address it in the manner that it needs to be addressed in. At the end of the day, I'm a flight attendant. I'm also human, and I have feelings, and you're not going to talk to me any kind of way. You never know the battle that someone is facing with outside of work, inside of work. So I come and I bring my A game. So I would expect my passengers and my crew to bring their A game, you know. I decided to put others before myself and not take the leave when my company offered the leave, because for two reasons. One, I did not want to deal with unemployment. And for two, I reside with my boyfriend. It's just the two of us in our apartment. And I wanted my coworkers who had kids, families, their elderly parents, or whoever was living with them, if they're immunocompromised, to stay home, to not jeopardize their health or to not jeopardize their family's health. They were only allowing but so many flight attendants to take the leave. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get over my fear of this unknown virus that has just swooped 2020, and I'm not going to take this leave, you know. I'm going to put my fellow coworkers before me and allow them to take this leave. So it's not a matter of, well, if you don't like the pressure, then you should have took the leave, or why are you even flying? I can handle the pressure, but it's a different kind of pressure now, you know. Our job has just become just a tiny bit more difficult. Before it was, please wear your seatbelts, or phones on airplane modes, or, you know, stow your carry-on items, stow your computers. Now it's kind of all of that plus put your mask on, put your mask on, put your mask on, keep your mask on, keep your mask on, keep your mask on. And I'm not going to keep repeating myself the whole flight. Sincerely, a flight attendant. But I say this to say that I had put my coworkers first. And I said, you know what? You're going to suck it up and you're going to go to work, because you need to pay the bills and passengers are flying. So I need to be present. They need flight attendants to work these flights. So I did that. But I just, you know, I hadn't had a break. I hadn't had time to get myself together. I've just been flying. And this has been summer flying and holiday flying put into one. And it's got summer, COVID, winter flying. That's what we're going. Summer, COVID, winter. Summer, COVID, winter. And that mix right there is a mix within itself. But I'm going to conquer my next trips. I'm not going to let anyone say or do anything that may try to knock me down. I'm not going to be defeated from this situation. This is only a minor setback for a major comeback. You know, I'm going to hit everything the way that it needs to be hit and addressed accordingly. I am a boss flight attendant. I am a great flight attendant. I'm an even better human, you know, and I empathize and I sympathize with others. So that was that. You guys, please get out there and vote. Today's October 21st. Just get out there and vote. Exercise your right to vote, okay? But I did want to thank you guys for watching this week's video. We're going to conquer each and every video after that. Be sure to give this video a like. Comment, since we're still in October, comment any pink emojis. If you can't comment emojis, be sure to comment Pinktober so I know that you watched this week's video, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in next week's video. Bye, world. Bye.